Hey guys, hey, it's Bri here coming at you guys with another video. Today I want to talk about how the world is changing, how everybody's views are changing, and how we're realizing that the world that we've seen before is actually not the world it is today. And with that said, let's get it talking. So have you noticed, like, there are things going on in this world right now? People are changing. People's ways of thinking is changing. People aren't going to college right out of school. Instead, they're taking a year off and they're traveling, or they're figuring out what it is that they want to do before they go to college. They're no longer getting married right out of high school. Now you're looking at men and women that are getting married until they're almost 30. What's up? Hey! I'm one of those that I was like, no, I don't want to get married right out of high school. I don't want to be tied down like that. I want to experience the world. I want to see what life has to offer me. And in doing that, I have not only learned about myself, but I've also been able to choose who it is that I want to be. I've chosen which direction I want to go in, and I've chosen just what it is that I want to do with my life. If you look around you, no longer are our thoughts about money the same. Everybody's all of a sudden realizing that the law of attraction is a real thing, that the universe actually wants us to have what we want. The universe wants to deliver to us. We just have to put in the work, right? We just are realizing that Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, all of these planets that go into retrograde, they actually affect us more than we realized before. It took us, I don't know how many years to figure this out. I'm not an expert on years for some reason, I'm just not. But it took us a couple of years to realize that what was going on with the world was everybody was waking up. We were all waking up from like a sleep. Imagine like we were all asleep and we were all just, going to work. It was almost like the Hunger Games, like they were all trudging along, they were all going to work, hoping that they didn't have to put their names into the games. But then the Hunger Games come along and we're all in the Hunger Games. It's not just one person. We're all getting thrown into the Hunger Games. The universe is sitting here going, you know what? It's time to wake you guys up. Let's go. May the odds be ever in your favor. So with that said, the universe finally said, I want to give you all this good stuff. I want to give it all to you. But you also need to let go of things. You need to release the past to move to the future. You need to be in the present and now. And what we're realizing is that there's so much more to this world than what we had put ourselves in. We were living in this like little box, almost like a little tiny coffin of some sort. We were just kind of sleeping, and then all of a sudden the universe said, let's wake up, and the world changed. And we're coming in and we're ascending, and everybody's waking up, and everybody's realizing that they have gifts, and everybody's realizing that they can do stuff. Everybody's realizing that, the planet, Mother Earth, needs our help also. Everybody's being more cautious of Mother Earth. Everybody's realizing that some of these people's energies that they're feeling, that's not their energy. They're realizing that while they might be upset and angry with life, that's not their energy, that's somebody else's energy. They're realizing that money is just energy. They're realizing that the world around them is just changing. People's ways of thought is changing. No longer are people so hard on themselves. Instead, they're like, okay, but what did I learn from that today? Okay, today was a crappy day, but what did I learn? What was the universe trying to teach me? That's kind of the way of thought that people are going for. And it's absolutely amazing, and it's beautiful, and it's wonderful. And my hope and goal is that while the ones that are like refusing to change, that they're still stuck over here, they're back here, and they're just like, no, but they're watching everybody else change, and they're kind of interested. It's almost like everybody's kind of slowly walking forward. And my hope and goal is that we can, by us up here realizing the world has changed, we can help push these people forward and say, hey, come on, it's better up here. Come on. Come to first class with me. It's a whole lot better. Come on, let's go. And the universe wants that too. The universe wants us to have what we want also. And that's the way that the world is changing. They're realizing that no longer do we need to go to college to get that job that we want. A lot of jobs out there no longer want people to have bachelor's degrees because they want to teach them instead. we're also realizing that our job may not even be at the workplace. We might be destined for something that works from home. Maybe it's helping people through YouTube, through our blogs, through, you know, services that we can offer them through our own gifts, whatever it is. But we're realizing that what we were doing before isn't what we were supposed to be doing. You know, a 9-to-5 job maybe wasn't meant for you, or wasn't meant for this person. You know, it's kind of like, almost like we just kind of sat here and we're like, okay, I'm not supposed to do this. Like one day we just sat there and we're like, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. Trust me, I worked in healthcare for I don't know how many years. Since 2013, I've been in healthcare in one way or another. I took a year off and I worked in real estate, which was an absolute disaster all in itself. But it taught me a lot. I'm glad I worked there because I learned how to buy a house. I learned how to stand up for myself. I learned a lot of things that I needed to learn at that job. So in a way, I'm kind of glad I had that job. But I took a year off, but before that, since 2013, I've worked in healthcare. I was working in nursing in some form. I was a CNA, and I thought that's what I was supposed to do. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, I love helping people. Like, this is amazing and wonderful. And then one day it just kind of hit me and I said, while I love my job and I love helping people, this isn't how I'm supposed to help them. It just kind of, it was like one day I woke up and I was like, no, this isn't how I'm supposed to help them. This isn't right. I don't feel right. Like I don't want to go back there. I don't want to do that. And so when I moved, I decided I wasn't going to go back to doing that. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to nursing school and I couldn't do it. Like I just couldn't finish. I kept getting back into it and I kept thinking about it. And I was just like, no, this isn't right. This isn't for me. While yes, I love helping people and I thought that was the way I was going to help people, I couldn't do it. Like I just couldn't finish. And it's because I was at that time waking up also and realizing that what I wanted to do was not the normal thing. I wanted to help people, but I wanted to help people through my blog. I wanted to help people through my voice. I wanted to help people with my own gifts. I wanted to help people through some coaching. I wanted to teach people how they could live a better life also. And that's when I started getting more excited to do things. That's when I got excited. I love editing videos. I love working on my blog. I love watching people as they also manifest things. I just helped one of my friends manifest money into her life. All of a sudden, she got a child support check that she hadn't gotten in years. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like 6 years going without a child support check, and then boom, here it is. Because one of the things that she wanted to manifest was more money. Well, she also realized the world is changing and she needed to stop thinking in the old ways, and she needed to start trusting in the universe. She needed to let things go. And what happened? She manifested money. Just like that. Now, I'm not saying like, you know, walk out there and be like, nah, money's gonna fall from the sky in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. And then get frustrated because money doesn't fall from the sky. Well, you really? Come on. What is a plane? Actually, that'd be kind of cool if a plane kind of flew over and dropped money. That would be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if that does happen to somebody, please let me know because I totally want to see that. That's cool. But the point is we're realizing that the old ways that we were doing things and working ourselves to death and just going to work and coming home and working paycheck to paycheck, that's not the way of life anymore. That's not how people want to live. We're realizing that the way this world is working is changing, and people are waking up and they're trusting the universe and they're realizing that the law of attraction is a real thing, and they're just going, oh, that's not how you're supposed to do it anymore. Like, that's not, I don't have to do that if I don't want to. I can start working on something different. I can start working towards a goal that I actually truly want in my life. I can actually have what it is that I want. I just need to trust the universe, and I need to start working on this. You know, when I decided the project that I'm working on right now, I've been working on it for a year. But I decided this year is going to be the year that I actually get it done. This is going to be the year that this project actually becomes a reality. And so in the last couple of days, I have been working non-stop on it, and the universe has been responding in so many different ways. I've been thrown so many things. Like, the universe is like, finally, you're working on it, let's go. And I've been like, okay, come on universe, let's do this. And like I said, the universe has just been throwing things at me like, okay, I'm gonna make this opportunity happen for you. Here you go, 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 here you go. And it's kind of just falling into place, and it's actually falling into place a lot faster than I thought it was going to, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited about that. Am I scared? Heck yeah, we're supposed to be scared. We're supposed to be, because that's actually our excitement also. That's that little feeling down in your gut that's like, yes, finally, and it's rooting for you. But we're also, you know, realizing that we need to stop listening to this voice back here that says, you can't do this. This little ego back here that screams at you and says, no, you can't do this. We're also realizing we can't listen to that anymore. And like I said, we're realizing the world is just changing, and we're going with it, and we're waking up, and we're going with the flow, and we're living in the present moment and not in the past anymore. You know, with this last Mercury retrograde, I let go of so much. I let go of things that I had actually blocked from my life. I realized it, and then I let it go, and I released it, and it was amazing and wonderful, and I felt so amazing and wonderful about it. You know, it haunted me, but during these last few retrogrades, I let it go. I was like, okay, I'm done with it. You know what? That man may have walked into my room at 2 o'clock in the morning and sat at the end of my bed and turned my light on and scared the living crap out of me and stood there for I don't know what reason he was standing there. Pervert. I got to rewrite that story into me actually standing in my power and being like, get out of my room. Leave. Now. Shoo. You do not belong in here. No. And I actually cut that thing out of my life, and I let it go, and I released it, and it felt amazing. And when I did that, so many things came into my life, so much positive came into my life, and I actually started seeing, you know, love starting to come into my life. Because of that moment, I had been blocking that. I had been not allowing certain people, and I had a trust issue, and I actually, for the longest time, I had to sleep with my door shut, the lights off, and my fan going, because to me that was the only way safe. And I had to sleep on the furthest end from the door, so where I sleep is over there, which is the furthest place from the door that I could get. Now I move into this house, there's no door on my freaking bedroom. You think maybe the universe was like, yeah, it's time you deal with this, so let's not put a door on your bedroom. You know, my guys were like, no door for you. You need to deal with this. It's time you let this go. It's time you deal with it, and it's time you move on. And you wanna know what? I now don't have a problem falling asleep. So, but the fact of the matter is I don't need that door anymore. I don't need it to be shut. I don't feel like I have to protect myself. I don't even feel like I have to put, like, I would make Sammy sleep on this side of me, because if somebody were to come through that door, she would see them and growl at them. I don't feel like I need that anymore. And I mean, Sammy's like this tiny little thing. She's not gonna defend me anyways, but she would wake me up and warn me about it. I don't need that anymore. I let that go, because the world is changing, because the ways is changing. So in that, I'm changing also and letting those things go. I kind of went on a little bit of a rant there at the end for that one. There is more to that story, and eventually I am going to tell that story. Eventually I will get more into detail on that kind of stuff, because I know that it's going to help people. I know that people have been through far worse than I could even imagine, and unfortunately I feel for those people, and I hope that my words will help them to move on also. And that is the hopes that I put out there with these videos, and also to wake people up and realize, hey, the world's changing, so let's just go with it. Like, let's get going. Let's get in first class and let's go, because the universe is moving, everybody's moving. Let's get to moving, right? So but yeah, like I said, I went off on a little bit of a rant on that one, and I'm sorry about that. I just released it. I just let it go. It needs time for it to still, you know, stay away. I don't want it to come back. Stay away. Go, bye. So with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and look around outside and realize that the world is changing. Take a moment for yourself and say, hey, what is it today that I want to do, because the world's changing and I want to go with it. So with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys. Bye.